Oh, you get to see chat.
Well, I can bring up chat.
I try not to look at chat anymore.
I'm bringing them up too.
Well, I don't look at chat when we play anymore.
Yeah.
I used to look at what it did was when we'll get into why we're here in a minute.
No one's watching.
No one's watching.
You need like 5
There's people
minutes.
watching. The reason why I stopped looking at chat is because I became obsessed with looking at it and not playing the game. Now that I'm not looking at the chat, I'm really excited. I get more involved in the game. It's more like
More immersive.
Yeah, it's more immersive.
Yeah.
I appreciate that stuff. Do we have all the details of this video open? Like, oh, they can hear us good. Well,
I mean, I would hope so.
yeah, we should do the whole share, put it in Discord and things. I'll do that
I
right
mean,
now.
it does automatically do that.
Yeah,
but
it puts it into a different frame. I'm gonna see. We'll put it under. If I put it under True Talk, everyone will come because they think it's True Talk, but it's not. General chat. We'll say here, general talk about our next project.
It's true because this is going to be nothing but lies. So
That's right. We've got Tome Keeper Devin, Lore Weaver Tommy.
Hey-o.
Adrian's also here.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, Adrian is he's the Techno Weaver.
Tech Goblin.
Tech Goblin.
Weaver?
No, what did they call you? Because you were called the Tech Goblin back
Tech
then.
Goblin.
Tech Goblin, yeah. Tech Goblin. Let's see here.
You should be a tech dwarf.
It's true. Yeah, I actually think Temple used to call me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was off screen.
I'm going to
Sky
share
Voice.
in a
That's
Sky
group.
Voice Adrian.
Sky Voice Adrian.
You should play a Warlock of the Sky Voice.
Oh, that's actually not bad. That's the whole point of us being here.
That is
pump
not
this
bad.
out here.
I'd have to rework my character slightly.
Completely redesigned.
It's actually-
not completely, just a little.
So you get your powers, your patron powers.
Well, yeah, because like the whole thing here is so.
Hello, Mad Murph
Well-
13.
We'll go ahead and introduce this now. Hello.
Hey, we've got viewers, so now we can talk.
Starting a new D&D campaign from scratch.
That's right.
Level 1.
The
we're
roots.
Starting.
We are getting back to the roots.
Yeah, we're going back to like sort of the first how we sort of started things on Six Sides way back in the day. We're going for like really long narrative, deep character building, audience engagement, all the good stuff. We hope it's going to be really good. Tonight we're mostly talking about Tom wants to chat about some ideas with his character and get some audience feedback. I want the same, and we've got questions for Devin as well.
Yeah. What
Jared,
I want to do is Jared's here. What I want to do, and I was going to do this. I'm glad you guys are here, but I was going to do this regardless. I might have done it as a True Talk, but what I want to do is see. We've determined that this new long form game, which will be weekly, and it will be a serious, slow-paced, sandboxy kind of game, the usual stuff. None of this high-paced kill the keymaster or these one-off, the 4-episode things we're doing where we have time limits to crunch things. Like if we spend an hour in the inn having a conversation with a character and we're role-playing this out, that's fine. That's the game.
Yeah,
just like Strands of Destiny was.
Just to clarify on that, when Tom says slow-paced, basically what he means is like there's going to be weeks where there's no combat.
It'll be the opposite, or at least the complement to Deadliest Dungeon, where Deadliest Dungeon is, when you have all those character interactions are then kind of sporadically between large swaths of harrowing halls of horror.
Right.
Yeah.
This would be the other way around, where it'd be mostly character interaction and then occasionally some.
But when the combats break out, they're going to be like, force of cubes with a.
That's what'll make it so tense, is because they won't have many lives.
That's right, and it's not just kill to be killed. It's actual D&D.
Yes,
like balanced combat.
There will actually be like other things beyond just slay the monsters. It's like no, there's going to be other things happening.
Yeah, like our characters will actually have a reason to fight while we're fighting beyond just don't die.
Other than survival. Yeah.
So what I wanted to do was on the channel. I think if in chat, if you think there are 4 major characters that I'm kind of known for on this channel. And you can guess them clearly if you were to follow the Deadliest Dungeon in the 50 some odd episodes that it's had, plus the 12 episodes of Chumps Change that needs to be released. That's a lot of episodes, and I am always playing the same Keymaster. The Keymaster, the rogue. He's a goblin rogue, vegetarian. He's funny. He's goofy. He's quirky. He's a caricature that I can roleplay, a voice that I can squeak out. not the kind of character I think, or not the kind of character, but not the character I can pluck and put into this world, because Keymaster has a lot of lore behind him. Then we've got the original Strands of Destiny character, Eke, right? He's got shows that are coming out soon that he's level 20 now. His story arc has been bred and fed for 3 years on the channel. He's now, he has his end game. Not a kind of character I can jump back and play. Legacy of Worlds, Lowholt. He's grown on the channel, his own thing. And then, of course, Kamel from Squad 20, who I guess I could play. But in reality, this is something new. And, I've had a couple of other characters in the past. I've had Roel, which was the twin-bladed weave breaker. And then I had Moreri Laura Kalin, who was in Mad Mage, who is the jittery Alassian elf. Blade Singer, which was fun to play. But at this point, it's now, I am very confused as to what to play next. No, I don't know what to play next.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I kind of wanted to, one way or another, whether it was through a True Talk or this amazing weekly Wednesday build-up to the show, crowdsource some ideas. Now, I'm not necessarily going to take what people suggest. They might be like, oh, I want you to play this. I'm like, that's a great idea. Yeah. If I can't come to terms with feeling that character out, I obviously can't take it. But I am curious to see what people would like to see me try and do.
And I will note right now, if you're watching this after the fact, just go to the Discord. We will be there and talking about this for the next few weeks. And yes, Jared.
Also, comment below.
So
please.
Yeah, also comment, absolutely. So
get in the comments.
To Jared's point, this is exactly the sort of audience engagement that I was referring to. Throwing a soup bone in Tommy's soup so that he chokes to death is actually very comedically funny. Those are the sorts of things where we want to
athletics check for the Heimlich maneuver.
Exactly, yeah. When we are playing, I mean, that's obviously comic relief, but there's room for that, right? So we want to have. I'm going to be reading chat while we're playing the game and everything else, and
right.
We're going to be, live feeding some of the chat suggestions and everything into the game.
And I'm just sharing it to various channels so people know we're there.
So, a couple things that are worth thinking about when we're talking about characters and everything else. We're going to be starting these characters new. They're going to be fresh. They're going to be level 1.
Oh, we're
now that doesn't. Well, they're going to be level 1 for probably like a session or two.
Yeah, 1 or 2 sessions.
Yeah,
it depends how much you guys like, kind of just don't progress in the first session, because if you don't really do much,
my understanding is we're basically starting in a pub crawl.
Okay. What was that?
Yeah. So we're gonna start with a pub crawl, and my goal is one of the things I like about doing long form with storytelling is that you have the option to actually make level ups kind of matter and integrated in some way.
Yeah.
So like the goal that I would want to try and achieve is you are actually achieving a milestone when you level up.
Yeah.
Through the milestone. So
that's right.
If you defeat Face Fist, the half ogre, in a bar fight,
sure.
It's like, great, you level up to level 2. And now in order to get to level 3, you're going to have to do something better than that. And then, now you take on, the entire place is attacked by pirates, and you repel the pirate attack and save the pub in the town next to it. Cool, you've reached level 3. Now you've set the bar. You got to go higher. Yeah. And so it's going to kind of be up to you guys to keep pushing to do greater and greater feats to try, and not exactly that
now,
situation,
conversely,
but in that
if we
sort of way.
burn the town down, does that also count as?
So, Beskar, all I care about is Tommy dying in the game copious amounts of time. That's not the point of this game.
No, that's not.
This is the game that I probably will die, because it's a story-driven game where I want my character to participate in the story, and will probably die on something stupid. This one will have audience participation, but not to the degree of Deadliest Dungeon. Yeah. It will be audience participation through voting and through the story and through member conversation. And what I haven't talked to you guys about yet is that for a while now, we've been trying to create an ex-Realmsmith style role-playing section to the Six-Side server in character. This would be a good opportunity for us to open that up.
I agree.
And have people role-play in the settings that our characters currently are in, and maybe even role-play with our characters in between sessions if there's like long rests where we go to the bar, and it's just okay, you rest, you go to the bar, you have a drink, and you revel, you wake up the next day, everything's good, because it's not every night has to be a panic until we get to that pinch point in the story.
Well, since you're going to be on a ship, the ship will need a crew, and there'll be a lot of days where you're just traveling the waters.
And membership would be a great crew, right? Yeah, that's a great way to do it. And membership in the Discord would be a really good opportunity for you guys to be NPCs, to chat with us at our leisure, if at all. Like if I'm traveling and I'm on the plane and I've got access to chat, I am able to focus. This new character might be, so and so walks out onto the deck, and maybe Richter is there, as an example, or maybe Beskar is there, and we can have conversations. This isn't a versus situation. This is now let's tell some stories. And that's what Six Sides was born out of, was just, let's tell a long-form story with us. We're the originals of doing this. Yeah. So actually, you're not even an original. You came in the first campaign surprising the crap out of us as a villain.
It's true, yeah.
It's true.
That was we should find that clip. That was a really good clip.
It's still on the channel somewhere.
And to that, I mean, there will definitely, Devin threw some deadly-ass shit at us
in Strands of Destiny, there was a moment he had Eke.
Yeah.
And you can see it. We should find that clip. You can see me sweating as I'm flicking through pages to try and find a way out. And thank you to, Pull from Tomorrow and
Richter,
a diamond, I got out.
It was Richter.
Yeah, I love that.
Richter gave you enough inspiration for you to get the Pull from Tomorrow back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Richter did enhance the story, but it wasn't like Deadliest Dungeon style.
No, it was
though that moment felt very Deadliest Dungeon.
I love that somewhere in the future there's Eke just in a warehouse just serving all of his previous Pull from Tomorrows.
He's just sitting in a warehouse.
That's his retirement.
He's got a schedule, and he just has to be at certain parts of the warehouse at certain times. Yeah. Here you go. Here you go. Yeah. Here you go. That would be funny.
Buying down all the debt.
So I guess, and you guys obviously have your requests for the audience too, but I don't know what to play next. Yeah. All I know is that it has to be 100% something that's in the design realm of things that we've worked on. Yep. That means either, and you don't have the information yet because you don't have the designs for Evil Dead 2 yet. I don't know if I'll play anything from there because it's not fully worked out. It's either going to be a Marian style, 100% a Marian in some capacity or form. Could consider some Thundercat design. Might be a good opportunity to try something from Thundercats because there's some cool stuff in there, and I'm kind of interested in that. Damn little fly. I don't know. We'll see. If broad concepts come out, people are like, I'd love to see you try this, then maybe I'll find something to fit that thing. But I'm really looking for suggestions on what you guys would like to see me play on the screen.
Yeah.
So what have I had? Eke the Chronomancer.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was utilitarian, very utilitarian to the party. You and Peanut were the damage dealers.
Yep.
I was the one that was supporting you guys constantly.
I was the damage dealer and the tank and the wit.
And the healer.
And the wit. And
yeah, Foley's the wit. Are you a time dragon? He's talking to a beetle. It's like, Keymaster, I think he's probably the damage dealer.
Yeah.
And the strategist of the party, which is very different than Eke.
He's also fairly utility.
Well, he's utility
Fast
because
hands is utility.
He's utility, but let's face it, he's the one dealing the damage.
Yes.
He's the one that's finishing off the fight usually, unless there's a cloud rune going on. Lowholt, also utility.
Yeah.
You have a bit of a theme.
I was gonna say, I don't think you've played like a mage. Like a damage dealing mage.
Well, Moreri was the one that would go around and lightning bolt and tank. He was
did
the
do
tank.
some. Actually, I remember the day
damage.
that you killed half the party with the lightning bolt.
Yeah, because he was very Moreri was very in the face.
That's true. He was
tank and damage. So he was because he had his blade song going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Rowell was probably damage. Wolfie was damage.
He was.
Wow, I forgot about Wolfie.
Wolfie, yeah.
Remember Wolfie from Candlekeep Mysteries?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wolfie was damage. He was a renegade gunslinger, swashbuckling dude who was the damage dealer of the party, which is why you kept stun locking him in that last episode, and he could never shoot anything because he couldn't break the stun lock.
Those monks, they sucked.
Squad 20, you played Camille in Squad 20, right? And that's melee.
Squad 20, he was a psionic barbarian, so he was a cerebrawler barbarian / weedbreaker. Not utility. He was the damage dealer.
Yeah.
No. All that party were damage dealers, except for Anharad.
Kinda, yeah.
But Camille was the brute. He was tanky brute, and even when I played the version of him in Avernus, he was big hammer, big crush, kick doors in. So I've got a theme here. I've either got utility or tank damage.
So I guess the question is, do you want to stay in that world, or do you want to branch out of it?
I don't know. That's the thing. I think no matter what I pick, it'll be utility-ish.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being just Jowdrad.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, given that we aren't getting our perhaps our wish list of Sam being with us for this, I'd love to see you play a bard.
Well, Blowholt was a bard.
Yeah, I know.
He was bard paladin.
He's more paladin than
He's
bard.
more paladin than bard, but I'd love to. I think you are great. You always sort of end up being a face for the party anyways.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't it be nice if I wasn't the face this time?
Well, that...
And then you play rooks.
Are you capable of doing that?
I don't know. That's the hard part. Well, I mean, Ark.
Why don't you play a basement-dwelling dwarf?
Zagaro, welcome.
Call him Leroy. Hello, Zagaro. Nice to see you. Oh, we got some people here. We got
a bit of chat.
Hold on, we got here. Let's see here. We got who's asking
We got
here?
Will. We got...
Beskar says ancestral barbarian Tommy.
Yep.
So let's see. I think staying away from melee characters makes sense. No, does it though?
Well, I am what I've written up for my character so
who
far.
are you?
And by the way, I'm happy. So I'm going to be playing a.
And this is locked in stone?
No. Especially since Devin said I should play a Warlock of the Sky Voice, which just makes me just twitch all over. So what I wrote up was a giant, but like a small giant. Like I'm freakishly small for a giant.
So Gambit.
Yeah, pretty much. A giant ex-shipwright who is not an adventurer, made some bad deals with privateers to repair their shit, which was totally illegal, got found out, like everybody disowned him, kicked him out of the town, and he's basically on a bender after that. Like that's where we pick him up. His entire life has just been like torn asunder because he was a complete asshole to his former boss. And now he's on a pub crawl.
So he's the mayor of Casterbridge. He's just lost.
That's right.
To his own booze.
Now I did not select a class for him, but I figured because he's a big guy, small, very small by giant standards, but a big guy, I was imagining he would be some sort of a melee character. That is not set in stone, but I am probably leaning towards a melee character.
What if I played the Silent Monk? No, I'm not doing that. I can't do that for long form. Just sit there and make you play charades for 9 hours.
God.
Yeah, I'm torn.
I mean, if I were you, if I were going to say what would Tommy be like, what's up his alley? I think a utility bard.
Utility bard?
With some time stuff, because there's time stuff for the bard, right? Like they can take the time schools.
Yeah, but the shanty bard would be better fitting for
Wow.
Then I'd have to learn a shanty that's other than Barnacle Bill the Sailor.
To be fair, not everybody in the party needs to be from the coast, right? Like my character is, because I'm like, I want to play a degenerate. I've played too many characters that, like, other than Phineas, who's like straight up evil, I've played too many characters that are sort of on the good side of things. I want to play just a degenerate, not bad, not evil, just degenerate.
So the thing about Phelan's Republic, right, which is where we'll be at least starting anyway. Who knows where it goes from there? But it's the trade capital of the world. It is not uncommon to see literally anybody.
Well, and we're on a pub crawl. Like we're doing a thing.
They're also one of the only nations in all of Amaria that actually have like trade agreements with Lunalia in the sky and like below, like every kind of creature and race and style and culture will show up.
We don't own the boat that we're on or anything else.
No.
We're taking part in an adventure. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like we've signed up for a pub crawl.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is like it's basically a type of ferry that like this is their whole thing. You sign up to be on the ship, and your two options would be you work your way down, so you help sail the ship, and then you go get to enjoy the pub with the sailors, or you're higher up and you've paid to enjoy it, and they just sail up the coast.
Yeah, that's what I had
figured. It's like a week-long affair. Like it's like a whole thing.
What's Beskar got to say?
Beskar was suggesting an artificer.
That's interesting.
Which is something I've never played. So I've never played an artificer. I've never played a cleric. I've never played a warlock. I have no interest in playing Warlock.
That's fair.
I really didn't have interest in Cleric, but recently I'm kind of, for some reason, thinking like Clerics are really interesting
Clerics
to play.
are fun.
Well, I mean, Foley was a
Yeah.
Cleric, right? I've never played an Artificer. I am trying to think of what else I haven't played.
Hey, Temple, how's it going?
Temple. I should play a Plunge Dwarf.
So the fun thing about artificers is that everybody often thinks of them as like the sciencey engineering person, but that's actually like kind of their fantasy, but it's not all they can do. You could play an artificer who uses a paintbrush, and all of the spells and things that you create are things you paint into being, like Herald the Purple Crayon or whatever.
Yeah.
You can also play like an alchemist one where you make food, and like all your spells are infused into like chicken nuggets that you
Which
feed
would be
people, right?
hilarious.
I would do the
or
food
you could
thing,
be- or
and
you
just,
could
I
be
should just be like
a
Brad Pitt
brewery
from
or whatever.
13. What is it? Ocean's 11. I'm just constantly eating on stream.
Yeah.
Just I'm like gaining like
you could also
150
do-
pounds.
Sorry, real quick. I just want to give like a 10-second recap of what we're doing here because
That's
there's
right.
been a few people come in. We are discussing character builds and stuff for the next D&D project we're
Long-form
kicking off.
campaign.
It's going to be long form. It's going to be like Strands of Destiny from back in the day. Long form, narrative heavy. We're starting over with new characters, and so Tom doesn't know what he wants to be, and we're discussing.
I'm
stuff.
crowdsourcing ideas that I can then narrow down into some really cool character concepts. What's that?
Smeagol only D&D. Oh, that would be so much fun.
What's this one?
Gollum.
Oh,
But in
Smeagol. For me,
Wow, just in general, that'd be fun.
this is like another Keymaster, really.
Yeah, for you it'd be Keymaster.
So that's great, though. And we got some of the old gang here to chat it up, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And some of the old gang that's been around, like Mitz and Hutton and Richter, you guys were here during Strands, so
Yeah.
you remember that
they know.
long-form campaign.
Yeah.
So you know what this is going to be like again. Except, we really want to depart from Foley and Eke.
Yes.
It's not. Although we did debate finding a way to bring Foley and Eke back,
And hey.
we have other shows for that.
Hey.
However,
Who knows?
there may be something like that coming along.
There is a show.
Oh, that's
the
true.
next show that has been recorded that come out might have Foley and Eke in it,
We do have
Feke.
some Feke
and maybe some
content.
5-arc in there too.
That's right.
Maybe for the Hive. Okay, so there's Devin. Yeah, Devin's right. There's so much freedom that Tommy
think
could do with the Artificer. I feel like it's often missed.
I think
so
an Artificer would be fun.
if I play an Artificer,
Yeah.
I would want Keith to make me one. I would want Keith to design one that would technically be an Amarian Artificer, even though we're not allowed to publish an Amarian Artificer. Though we might be able to someday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just feel like
He's already made one.
Oh, has he?
Oh, well, that's all he does half the time. So Keith is constantly sending me like artificer subclasses. Like, what do you think of this one? What do you think of this one?
Let me message
Because he
Keith and
often
tell him
wants
to get
to
in the
play
chat here.
as he often wants to play Merrick's to Kenneth as a type of
Right.
artificer that isn't readily available. Most things.
Fair enough.
Keith, jump in. The audience wants me
Hey Mo, how's it going?
to play an artificer. Artificial.
So,
He's gonna play Derek's McManus
Sparix
from
McSpammeth.
From Bilson's
From
Folly.
Bilson's Folly! Oh my
He played
God!
Mr. Bilson.
I want to
Bilson,
play.
you could
I should play Bilson.
Yeah.
My name's Bilson. I'm Bilson the ninth.
All right, buddy.
This whole campaign is the prequel to learning how Bilson's Folly was founded, and that's the name, or it's the name of the ship. The ship is
Holy
called Bilson's
cow.
Folly.
that's fine, but if you're going to be Bilson, I'm changing my name to Wilson. Just
Bilson and Wilson. So it's just Eke and Foley all over again. Except you can be the level-headed,
That's right.
the callous fox, and I'll just be
There you
the
go.
intelligent plunge dwarf.
Yeah, so
Jewelry artificer, because I got jewelry, lots of jewelry. I could just like pull rings off. And
Yeah.
this is a spoon.
Just be an Amberman.
Can we stay away from amber? And sapphire. I
That's
think
fair,
amber and
yeah.
sapphire I got covered. Which fang should I get this time? Let's do opal. So,
You go to the very first pub. There on the wall.
it's opal fang.
Jared says you should play a 3-foot tall bard with a chip on your shoulder.
It's the Keymaster.
Yeah,
no. That's like I go into the thing. There's an opal fang there. A dark elf or a deep elf is about to go grab it, and I just slap his hand and take it away from him.
You play a gnome called the Lockmaster.
I should play a gnome called the.
You're obsessed with locking doors everywhere you see
So
them.
not gonna. Holy cow! He's like the opposite of the Keymaster.
Yeah,
He's just stifling everybody.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
He sees a door without a lock. He's like, "Hang on, guys, we gotta take
Gotta
a short
go.
rest."
So people really want me to play Artificer here. I mean,
I think Artificer would be fun.
Artificer-
I know nothing about them.
So the thing about Artificer is that the whole point of the Artificer is that their magic is based off of items, off of tools. So you get a tool proficiency, and you can use that tool proficiency as your spell component when you cast your spells. So whatever tool, which can include hobbies and craftsmen, you use. So if you're like a pottery artificer, where you basically you make like your magic missiles, or you hurling bits of pottery at people that then explode into your magic or whatever, right? Like, there's actually a lot of freedom in how you can describe how the Artificer works, depending on what tools you've chosen. Most people are like, I get Tinker's tools, and I'm going to be like Iron Man, and that tends to be where it defaults to, but that is by no extent the limit, nor is it even the actual intention of the way it was presented in 5e.
No, one of the coolest artificers I ever played with was a guy who had just tattooed all over himself.
That's
and that
brilliant.
Was, like his tattoos.
Tattoo officer?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Mo says he's playing D&D for the first time and playing a melee tanky life cleric. That's Foley.
That's
But
Foley,
well,
yeah.
he was creation cleric, but that sounds really good. And of course, the party never dies if you got that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Chef's tools, I'm telling you. Yeah.
See, I played
Chef's tools,
a lizard folk artificer once who used chefs to make soup out of meat.
Yeah.
Don't ask where it came from.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, this is good. So let's think about the Artificer tone for a minute. Yeah, I had an idea just pop into my head after hearing you guys talk about it. I have an interesting idea that would be very.
So do you remember when Sam played an Artificer when he was Gambit? And
Yeah, you get
he
the
would, like,
jar of
draw
mayonnaise.
things. Well, he had to draw things.
Hey,
and then,
TK, how's it going?
So he'd pull out parchment, he would draw a picture, and then he would pull something out of the picture, and that was how he would cast his spells.
That's great.
Yeah.
So just real quick again, we're discussing character builds for the upcoming new D&D show that we're going to do. It's going to be long form like back in the old days with Strands of Destiny, if you're familiar with that. Otherwise, long-term narrative, we're going to start at 1 and go all the way through to level 40.
Well, if we end up getting our big anime project
That's
off the
right.
ground where we're doing up to level 40, that will.
Yeah. Well, 2024 allows you to get epic boons now every time you get a level past 20.
We'll destroy the multiverse as the final episode.
Elmer's just gonna have to come put us down.
the echelons from the Pillars
That's
of Power book, which are actually time traveling.
It's great to see TK here.
Yeah.
This is literally an old school reunion.
It's a reunion.
We're
yeah, it's great.
literally doing a brand new game now, so it's nice to know. It's nice to see the old gang back.
Absolutely.
Where Foley and Eke were built with the Hive Arc and.
Yeah.
Summoners or necromancers? I like summoners. I'm a big fan of conjuration magic. I love the idea of bringing things in because then like I wish if I were to go necromancy, I'd have to steal JB Blanc's character from the stage. I'd have to do so on stage. JB Blanc, the actor, he plays Vander in Arcane. I had the pleasure of developing. He took me out for dinner. We developed a character for him. After multiple iterations, what we landed on was brilliant. And I'm kind of jealous because I could play that. I don't know if I would want to be this dour, but I could play that. So what he did on stage is he's playing an Aven. He's playing a Nocturne Aven from Amaria, so a crow. With a white beak, which is hilarious, dark necromantic vibes going on, with a soul guide lantern that we now have to create this item, which it's a lantern with 4 different colored panes. So it's almost like a stained glass lantern, 4 different colored panes of glass. Each pane of glass is a different ghost, and when he cracks the glass, the ghost comes out, and he can use the ghost to cast spells and do stuff with the ghost, which is a different character that he can use his accents and his acting ability to do it on stage. But his name is Edgar Allan Crow, and he is just, it's beautiful. And he is a...
Hang on, Chad, are puns on?
Our pun's on. He's a nihilist, necromantic, ghost-wielding crow. And it's so funny on stage.
That's fun.
It's funny. I would love something like that, but obviously I can't steal that idea.
I've always I've played a necromancer in personal games a couple times, but I've never played one on stream because I'm the guy in the party that takes things too far. And the thing is, you can solve so many problems in so many interesting ways if you're just totally okay with abusing dead bodies. And I don't mean in the way you might think, but
Fortnite at Bernard's, man.
Fortnite at Bernard's.
I mean, it's like,
has to happen
hey,
this
like we need somebody to murder this person. Well, I can like just raise some rats and have them go and chew their face off. But people get squeamish about that sort of thing. And so I've tended to avoid it on streams. And that's a tame example of what you can do with necromancy.
Right. I thought about the necromantic angle as well, just because it's an area I've never touched. I'm always playing these like lighthearted, life-wielding paladins and things that I've never really gone down the dark.
You should come in like full eye makeup with
Well, you know what I mean?
dyed
Like,
black
but
hair.
also necromancers don't have to go that route.
No, they don't.
You know what I mean?
I love the necromancer who's like super happy-go-lucky and it's just like
Yeah.
very pragmatic. It's just like waste not, want not.
I mean, I played with a guy.
Just trying to raise a family.
I played with a guy a while back who started his life as a gravedigger and his introduction to necromancy was just the graveyard was full and he needed to solve this problem. And so he started raising the bodies so that he could reuse the graves, and then it escalated from
So
there.
in Phelan's Republic, there's something called death insurance, which is something that you need
Yep.
so that your family and friends cannot be held liable for any actions committed by your corpse.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just smart.
So I got some ideas percolating right now, and the more and more I think about it, the more I like it. But artificer would make sense. I could make it an artificer, but now my brain is like exploding because I'm just like, what else could it be? Right?
You could be a necromancy artificer.
No,
Don't worry,
necroficer.
TK. We won't tell Strahd you told him to go fuck himself.
Strahd. If you meet Strahd, you tell him Lowholt says. No.
So, not to disrupt, because I want to hear
Exactly,
more
Beskar.
about yours. I am going to need some guidance from you and both of you probably on making my character, because historically I've always had the
you go.
problem that no, you didn't let me finish.
I cast guidance.
What are you, Paul?
Yeah,
Let him
no,
finish.
he's passing guidance.
I cast guidance.
nice.
He said he needed
So-
guidance.
Puns are on. Puns are on.
Historically, my characters have not been very Imarian, and that's something I want to change.
What are you talking about? You literally invented the plunge dwarf.
Okay, yeah, but
It's a species in the Amarian book.
yeah, but that came after I
and
created the
Temple.
character, not. This time I want to actually like create something.
Who's obsessed with the time dragons?
Already part.
Oh,
of
I see. I see. Yeah.
Unless you feel like adding a new class again.
No. No, we got enough.
Yeah, so that is something that I'm going to want to do. And by the way, the whole giant thing is not written in stone by any means. It's just I figured.
Well,
I
you'd be
always-
an Iranian if you do the giant thing.
Yeah, I think I'd have to
An
be.
Iranian.
Yeah.
We haven't had a Peanut was the last Iranian that was
Yeah.
on stage.
Like I always end up playing dwarves and stuff, and I'm like, and then it's
Dwarves
kind
are
of
great.
Well, no, I love dwarves, which is one of the reasons why I play them. But then I'm sitting next to the person who's like, when I sit next to Gambit on screen, it's like, yeah, he's 20 feet tall. I'm supposed to be like 3.5, and I'm taller than him, and it just doesn't quite.
You could be a very tall dwarf.
Yeah, very big dwarf.
There are other dwarves other than Plunge in Amaria too. So if you did want to do that, you could be like a Redbeard, or you could be the Shallow Skin.
I think I want to play Giant. I think that'll be fun.
The opposite of Foley.
Yeah, yeah. So I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to be degenerate with high charisma or low charisma yet. Temple, but I'm debating. But I do want to be I've got gambling debts. I've been screwing people over for years behind,
Which is good
bad
role playing because that means there's
Wanted
constantly.
Yeah, well, so if you open up my character that the first draft that I posted, I threw in a couple of plot hooks. One of which being like the guy that I screwed over and is possibly got killed as a result of it comes back either as a spirit or as a person.
Not all sharks live in the water, matey.
Right, and then like gambling debts and everything else. Like I have screwed over significantly quite a few people on the path. I think my character will tend towards...
In the game.
Yeah, that's right. I think my character will tend towards Reformation as we play through the game.
TK
but to
says you
start
should play
with,
a miniature giant space dwarf.
Did you put the monetization on this?
I did.
Yeah, you
Miniature Giant Sea Dwarf is more where I'm going.
did. See, I forgot we're gonna be water based. They're gonna put some cool water stuff.
Yeah, so the joke that like my friends and family, well, not so much my family because I kind of ran away when I was young, but the joke is basically that I'm the only seaworthy giant because I'm small enough to be.
So it's interesting because you're like in the opposite camp as me. You've got the species angle down. I'm going more the class angle first.
Yeah.
The species is different. What I wouldn't like to not do is I don't want to be a small character again. Like I don't, because Eke and Keymaster, I've kind of stolen the flavor for being a small character, right? I could be like Huxel Faraday, and that one game we played is cute.
Yeah.
Arc was great, but these are smaller characters, or Corrine and stuff like that. They're interesting to play, but the small characters, I think for this time I'd like to just move it aside. Don't know if Big's the right call, like like an Ursine or Lycan or something. Okay, so
That should be a Beowulfian.
that's actually what's in my brain.
Okay.
But then that's a Zayanku, a beguiling Zayanku, as opposed to the
opposite
persuasive
of the
Zayanku.
Linvander, yeah.
But maybe that's okay because I know I can play that. I know I can play it because he's not even roguish because I stay away from rogue too. But
Yeah.
I know I can play a beguiling bullshitter. I just know I can play a deceiver, and I've done it on stage. I've played villains on stage for theatrical performances, and I seem to get pigeonholed into those roles because I know I've got the ability to just like do that left out of left field thing that makes you go, what the hell was that? And but just do it with a little less morality to it would be kind of fun to do. So.
There you go.
Half Kraken, half giant, half dwarf, and bad at math.
That's exactly what you're going for.
You gotta have like a tentacle. You gotta have like a what's his name, Barbosa, when he was like tentacle dude,
yeah.
from a dwarf version of that, but like big.
Lunarian artificer. Yeah. Maybe.
So if I thought about like the Alassian elf, I could make a version of Moreri as an artificer, but I would not make him skittery and.
No, I think a more like badass version of him would be interesting.
Yeah. So what I was thinking for the idea of an artificer, if I stick with artificer, was that the character's name, like the Keymaster, he's got a real name, but the character's name would be the game. He's a chess artificer.
Okay.
That's cool.
Okay.
And everything he does is through chess
you can play
pieces.
veiled chess.
And I can play chess.
Veiled,
While I play, I'm talking about the moves I would do. Like, I would move like the knight when I need to move like the knight. I would move like the rook when I need to move like the rook.
Ed Greenwood wrote that.
That's fun.
Veiled
chess,
thing,
yeah. And because I would have like chess pieces, and all of my artificing would come from chess pieces based on the flavor and tone of what chess is for. And I would just artifice chess pieces constantly.
That's fun.
There's nerds, and then there's playing a chess master in D&D.
I mean, I really
pretty hardcore.
I really like chess, and I've been playing a lot of it lately. I'm not the best at it, but because I'm too impatient to actually like really learn the moves. And I actually didn't get bored of chess, but I stopped really following the art of chess when I found out that it's finite. And I'm not cognitively, and I mean this in a polite way, I'm not cognitively spectrum-based to be able to do the head math that some of these people can do to play chess. So
Can't
I'll
do
never.
that Sherlock Holmes Moriarty thing where they're playing a game of chess in their heads.
I will never be able to get there, which is why I can't be a professional Magic player too, because these guys can predict to a percentage what cards are likely to come out to the top, and they can almost predict what cards they're going to draw based on deck construction. I don't have that level of like cognizant, like whatever. What I do have is an incredible amount of luck, which has won me chess games in the past. And people are like, why'd you make that move? I'm like, because it felt like I should make that move.
Yeah.
Not because I calculated 7 moves ahead. It's just because it just felt like I should make that move. And I feel like I could play a chess game character like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think that'd be.
And just call him the game, And if he loses, then I can say I just lost the game.
Yeah. Yeah. And then everybody else loses.
And if I walk away from you guys when you're like, where'd he go? Oh, we just lost the game. And we could just annoy people to no end on stream with that part. No. Speaking of which, I should message Ryan. Yeah.
Character name, maker of maps and crafty trader, writer of deals, slayer of ghouls.
Oh, this was
Holder of
Richard's.
secrets, feller of traitors.
Because Iranians are all about their names.
That's right. Yes, I remember this. Yeah.
That
is one thing
I will say one of
call him the gatekeeper instead.
One of the adventures I wrote for convention play has an Iranian.
Yeah.
He was a bit of a loser. Their name is.
Thanks.
No, their name is Gauche,
Gauche.
which means clumsy.
Oh, okay.
That's their name. That's their whole name.
John
Iranian.
Hutton says, Temple says, my backstory is that I'm so good at chess, even death refuses to play me.
I mean, that would be a cool, like,
That's what I would say to
like,
people.
sort of end of the thing, though.
But
is
that's
where
what he would say to
is
people.
where, like,
Yeah.
your character actually dies, and the Grim Reaper just walks in, sets up the board, just like, let's go. Could you imagine? Like,
Yeah, and then if
everybody's
I
fighting,
beat- if I
everybody's
beat-
fighting around you, and you're meanwhile having, like, this
a chess
massive
game,
chess game.
and those are my death saves.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
exactly.
And
We take the death saves as a game of chess. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So
Holy cow, I love that.
I think I'm actually going this route now. Now, whether it's going to be like, I think it needs to be artificer. Whether it's full artificer, I don't know, because I feel like moving chess pieces and stuff feels very psionic to me. I don't
Sure.
want to go rogue, but I think it'd be really cool to do like
You can
artificer,
Yeah.
like vectormancer, or artificer, something of our psionic range.
I figure there's a high probability that I'm going to end up multi-classing.
Oh, I definitely don't do. Eke is the only character. Eke and Keymaster are the only two characters I've played where they have full classed. Eke is 20th level Aeon Sage, Chronomancer, and Keymaster is 20th level Thief. Those are the only. Lowhold, 4 levels Aeon Sage, 8 levels College of Time Bard, 8 levels of Oath of the Ages Paladin, and Kamail is 50-50 Sarah Brawler and Weavebreaker. So.
Yeah.
A Psionic Knight Artificer. That would be. I think Psionic Knight. I stay away from Knight. I think I want this guy to be more of a ranged character. So we could tap into Old Wolfie and do the gunslinging thing again, which is fun. Very fitting for Phelan's Republic. Or he could be a person who abstains from using gunpowder and make him more of a Yandu, where he's like throwing like quarrels and shooting crossbows or something fun. I will stay away from bows. Mm-hmm. And I'll stay away from slings and things. I don't know. I gotta think about that now.
Yeah.
But really, now the next step is I think I'm gonna go with the game. I think he's
that's great.
way too cool because I can do black and white costuming. I can do some really cool shit with this. In fact, I've already got some ideas on what costuming I could pull off, and all my props are easy. I just have a really nice chessboard.
There you go.
Right.
Well,
Nicely done.
And the chess helmet. The knight
I was gonna say
chess
you have helmet.
helmet.
to have like
Yeah.
the full get up. Yeah.
Right.
You can be a horse head, but a knight.
I can already see it in my head. This frickin' jackass walking off the boat dressed as a frickin' like massive pauldrons with checkerboard.
I don't know if I want to go Monty Python with it.
Yeah, no.
But I do have this theory in my head where it'll be something like this. I'll be like, when I get you, I'm just going to hold this up, and I'm just going to be like, tip it. And then you're going to, like, checkmate. Oh, checkmate when I get a critical hit.
There you
Dude,
go.
this is like writing itself.
There you go.
Okay, so that was mused by the whole Artificer idea, so thank you very much for the Artificer plan.
Yeah, we
And
weren't
the
thinking Artificer
you know,
at all.
and the discussion of pulling things out of different things, so the whole art thing is what got me thinking. I was like, oh, art. The chef idea was really good, thank you for that. And it was just, what tool would I play? And then I looked over, and I saw my king chess piece that I used to bring around with me. Super weird. It's true talk for a moment. I used to bring, can you grab that? I'll grab it. Hold on. I used to carry around this chess piece, this king, with me in my backpack for a while as a sign of just like luck or whatever. And I would put this in my hotel room beside where I would sleep. Weird, right? Definitely I'm neurodivergent. Put this on a hotel room where I'd sleep, and if I had a particularly good day, like we got new celebrities or crazy stuff happened, I would tip it. Checkmate. Life checkmated me in a great way. This is good, but I would not touch it if the weekend was rough, and I don't know why. It was just a weird psychological thing I did. I stopped carrying it around because I realized I was going crazy. But when I saw this sitting up there, I immediately was like, chess pieces.
Yeah. No, I like it.
They've all got personalities.
Yep.
Including my party members, the pawns.
Well, we'll see what that.
You're the giant pawn.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so by the way, Temple, when we do invariably steal the boat that we're currently touring on, there will be mounted crossbows added to it.
Scorpions.
Yeah.
So now, what culture am I playing? What species would I play? The Flying Elf would be cool, because then I would just do a version of Moreri as chess.
I can see Murray being a chess nerd.
and I can definitely my theme song would be One Night at Bangkok.
I think you should play a Manta Dan.
Black and white carapace Mantadan
Yeah.
for the piece.
Yeah.
No.
He's got chess pieces made out of like corpses of his entire family.
Holy cow! This is my uncle, and it's the bishop.
Yeah.
His name was Bishop. No.
Yeah, I don't know. You could go Morari, you could go Ursine, you could go... You said you didn't want to do Ursine or...
I kind of want to stay away. I think this character can't be a big character.
Yeah, okay.
And a character shouldn't be a small character.
I think that...
We need a medium-sized humanoid for this one.
All right.
Although if I did do a small
could be a
character,
plunge
I would
dwarf.
do a rabbit for this one, because I think a leporine with the lucky rabbit's foot.
Yeah.
I think a leporine would be funny. But what... Yeah.
Yeah.
Chess.
I mean, honestly, for chess, you can pretty much be anything.
Well, right, but an artificer, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So artificers are intelligence-based, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot to this.
Um,
I've played an orc, so Kamel's an orc, which is great.
Yeah, ideally you want something you haven't established.
I mean, this
yet,
is
right?
why the Beguiler came up. Or sorry, this is why the Beolvian came up, because
yeah.
a Beolvian chess player is
That
scary.
yeah, that lines up pretty
that'd
well.
be fun.
And dude, that's like,
Oh, I'm yawning.
yeah, I'm wondering. Yeah.
So I've got to figure out, at some point we have to figure out, this is completely separate from the characters themselves, how we're going to gel as a party. And I think it's going to have to be bar fights.
Yeah, I think so right away the game would be all in with you guys. I think he would consider this fun, and he would immediately look at his friends as pieces on the board.
Sure.
So for him, so what he's going to be is he's not going to be the face anymore,
Yeah.
but he's still going to be the mastermind.
Right.
He's the one that's going to call the strategies out. He's dove right
planner.
now.
Yeah.
Well, he's more keymaster than anything, right?
Yeah.
I mean, your character, I think mine won't have a problem cozying up to, because anyone who's willing to play games is somebody that can be cheated at games. So
Right. Would he be a gambler type too?
me or yours?
You'd be the gambler.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
you would be the
yeah.
gambler, and I would be the one who plays the odds, knowing that I'm winning, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, or helping me cheat or something. Yeah.
Or yeah, at this point, you probably like me because I would put you on a winning streak, because I'd say, "Don't
Yeah,
play now.
right.
Don't play now.
Yeah.
Don't play now."
I mean, my strategy for winning historically has been more like
Full hive.
You know, just where was the card in your hand that was good? It's suddenly replaced with a 7-2 offsuit.
Can I lay on one card?
And I think I'll stay away from rogue, because rogue would be the standard idea for the game, right?
Rogue would be, you'd probably want to go mastermind rogue. You'd get help as a bonus action at distance, which would
Yeah.
which would thematically.
I mean, I'll
gel
just take
quite
the
well,
feat
but
tactician and other stuff
that-
like
I
that.
think that's the thing. I think
there's
there's ways
enough
around,
I can
yeah.
build around this to make it work.
Maybe a hobgoblin,
Hobgoblin? I mean, that's an interesting take.
buddy with
Lockstep.
Lockstep.
Well, he Lockstep is
him and Lockstep are like chess rivals.
So, did you decide on an era for the game?
I would like
Yeah,
it
that's important.
to be where the Pillars of Power book is going to be in timeline, because I think I'd like to kind of approach that. Which there is some stuff going on in Phelan's Republic in that point, but
Okay.
The important information for you guys is it's going to be about 5 years post-Empire.
I was going to say this is just after the fall.
Yeah, 5 years after the fall of the Empire. That gives us time for Weavebreakers to have kind of made their way and assimilated into Phelan's Republic culture, so that they're there, but they're not
5 years after.
Yeah. So there's been some time for things to have developed, and when you run into, for example, Locke will have the Aether Guard at this point.
But Lowholt's not anywhere near Legacy of Worlds.
This will be after Adira has created her faction. I will say that.
Oh, so Lowholt would be high level at this point, because he'd taken the Emperor down.
This would be after. Yeah. This would
After
be
Destiny of Worlds?
This would be after
So
Destiny
he's
of Worlds.
past level 12 then. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. I'm just curious as to whether the characters would be Keymaster and Eke are finished their arcs at this point, because those are previous to I think Deadliest Dungeon
think
is
so.
parallel to any universe. Well, we have no set timeline that
Not really.
Deadliest Dungeon
Chumps
is in.
changes. There's a
It's kind of
ambiguousness,
special,
but-
yeah.
Yeah. Chumps change is left ambiguous at the moment. Doesn't really talk about it too
Yeah.
much.
I do like the idea that I either cheated or attempted to cheat Tom's character, and
That's really
like
funny.
you like count cards or whatever, so you
Like, I
knew
knew
I
you
was
cheated,
cheating.
so
yeah.
I was just calling you for respect.
Yeah.
Real life story about me and Chance. Funny story. I was in Reno, Nevada for Gamma, and the Gaming and Manufacturing Association on one of its last years. It was the year right for COVID, and the Catalyst Game Labs guys used to love to go in the evenings after all the convention stuff was done. And the Gaming and Manufacturing Association convention there was for publishers and stuff. It was a B2B show, and so a lot of the B2B folks would want to talk about business and stuff, and then they would because it was in a casino, they would all go play blackjack or poker or something. And I don't know poker or like poker because I just don't play it very often, but I do like blackjack. And I went to the table to play blackjack, and at the time, they wouldn't take my card to buy in,
Right.
and I didn't want to go get chips, so nicely done. So Dylan gave me $80 to play at the table, and he just gave it to me. He said, "Yeah, he's $80. I want to see the Gofton luck." And as we go, he didn't believe me, so he gave me the $80. So I took it and promptly lost it. Like very quickly.
In like 5 minutes.
Oh no, it was like every round I played was I was just throwing money away.
Hit me.
And he's watching me going,
hit me.
He's doing this, right? And I said, I was just losing it. And I wasn't getting frustrated. I was just like, hold on a second. I said, I'll be back. And I ran to a machine and did the classic gambler's faux pas.
Yeah.
And I took some money out. I took another $80 out, and I came back to my seat to play again. And he's just like, you don't have to do that. I said, well, I was going to get the $80 to give it back to him, but I said, but just watch. And I started playing, and I was continuously, promptly losing. This is a true story. The Catalyst guys are making fun of me for this because they're all playing conservatively, losing slowly. Some of them are winning. They're playing the game, and I'm just making like stupid calls, like hit me, like I'm dumb. We get to this point where I'm down to the last bid, and I just put like $20 in, the last 20, and I'm like, cool. And pair of 10s show up, and I'm like, split. And then like a pair of 8s show up, and I'm like, split. And I split it so many times that they had to call the security over to ensure that I wasn't card counting. And I looked and I'm like, I'm not counting any cards. I'm like, I don't even know what the card denominations are. I just feel like I need to split here. And I won it all back in one go.
Nice.
Turned around, gave Dylan his $80, took my $80, and went out and had food.
Yeah.
And that was it. And that's my experience at casinos constantly.
Yeah.
So I feel like playing the chess guy is going to work because my gut will my gut will work. So
I
Let your
agree.
gut be your guide.
Temple, you should always hit on 22.
Yes.
I mean, look, if you're
I too like to live dangerously.
at
you're
first
at
I was like, but
22,
you're out. If you hit 22, you don't have the option to
Man,
hit
if
unless
you
it's
hit
this
me.
one.
Hit me.
if you get
That's
to 20,
21.
Yeah,
Hit me. That's 30.
Don't.
If you get to 22, you might as well keep going.
Just keep
There's
going.
just no reason to
All right.
stop.
So you were playing a half giant,
Yeah, give or take.
or at this point, would it be an Iranian?
Yeah.
It's either an Iranian or
sure.
a Goliath, really.
Goliath is D&D. Iranian is Mario.
I think an Iranian.
Iranian
I
is
mean,
Because then you
choice.
poetry and you have some fun.
yeah, sure.
Well, you're going to be like the outcast. You're like the black sheep of the family, right?
Yeah. So the way I wrote it up is
Your name? What's your name? Bosun. No, I don't mean what you do. What's your name? Bosun.
That's your name? Bosun?
No, that's not actually bad. Except that I already came up with my name, but
Yeah.
but I can have two.
Bosun.
So
Bo. Hey, Bo. What are you doing?
basically, I set it up.
Bosun, son of Bo.
Oh my God. Bo, son of Bo. I'm sorry, Adrian. We're hijacking you.
I set it up so that I left my family because it was very clear from birth essentially that I was going to be this like tiny fucking
This little baby.
Yeah.
Runch.
Like they pulled out a human-sized baby from a giant and they were like, nah, mailman? Like, so, like, now, apparently it took him a second. So, I was like,
John Bosun Hutton.
I figured everybody was like against me. Nobody liked me very much, and just wouldn't get on in that society at all. So I scrapped. My family did not in any way disown me. They still ostensibly care what happens to me. Whether my tribe, whatever extended family feels the same way, I don't know.
Christ, I'm losing my mind here. This bosun, son of Bo.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm not part of that world. They may or may not feel differently.
Oh my God! I will
But, like, my
buy the
parents don't
shawarma if you can call yourself bosun, son of Bo.
Well, I mean, we can
workshop it.
workshop. It's not bad.
This party's already ridiculous. Bosun, son of Bo. They call me the game. It's like the only nothing serious.
The captain of the ship's like, oh, he's tourist, I tell you.
He just that's how we get the boat.
He just puts
walks
the plank. He walks off the plank. He's like, I'm done with this.
So the name that I picked, and I'm not wedded to this by any means.
Oh shit!
Is Imus. It's short for Maximus.
Imus is good too. I miss him. Where'd he go? Oh my God.
Yeah, Imus, son
Jesus
of Bo.
Murphy.
Imus Bosun, son of Bo.
Imus, son of Bo.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, if I'm an Iranian, there's no problem with me having a slightly longer name.
Imus, son of
And
Bo.
it would also be horribly fitting for it to just be fucking nonsense.
Yes.
Bosun, Imus, son of Bo. And Imus. And Sima.
You tell everybody that it's Imus short for Maximus, but it's actually like I miss, because your Iranian name is for missing
That's right. Did you get inspiration, but he rolls natural ones?
Oh, I miss.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I think an Iranian giant for sure. I think something melee, probably.
Yeah, I'm definitely not melee.
I feel like
Hook for a hand.
No, so I thought about going like the more piratical sort of look, and I decided against it because it'll make sense. That would make sense. So first of all, I'm not a seafaring person.
No, that's right.
I grew up around the sea, and I was a boatsman. I was a dock worker. I was a shipwright. I repaired things. I did whatever. So I'm familiar with that life. I've spent time on the water, but I am not a sailor by trade.
Right.
Well, that's good because all the NPCs are going to be like piratey pirates who've ever pirated. So.
Right.
Yeah.
And so like some of them probably know people that I made illicit deals with for repairs and stuff. Because of course, if you're a pirate, you can't just get your ship repaired anywhere.
Glow in the dark too.
You gotta.
Yeah, that's right. You gotta go to the pirate ports.
Yeah, except that if you knew me, you could come and sure, I know him. I can vouch for him, no problem. And then shit hit the fan, and I ran. Because I may not have a lot of scruples. So that's sort of, I left my master Reggie Regulus just hanging.
Oh my God, Reggie Regulus?
Well, Reggie
perfect.
is short for
You know what else you
Regulus,
could do?
but
Can we just call him Reggie Regulus?
Yeah,
Reginald the Third?
Sure.
Like,
What's your name? Ruth. Short for ruthless. Because I lost my brother Ruth on a ship the other day.
Bosun Imus.
Brad says, Tom, play a cleric. It's like, cleric was an idea.
Cleric's fine.
Cleric, and I mean, in theory, I could do like an artificer cleric, which is an interesting mix.
It is an interesting mix.
But I think cleric doesn't lend itself to the game. I think I would need to either dip into rogue or something. I mean, he would be like a...
The character with the chest and stuff, I'm not sure how that
Which
works.
setting are we working on that plays the insult rogue?
That's the Thundercats.
Is that Thundercats? Yeah. What was that one? What do we call him?
I don't remember the
Hook for hand, hook for foot.
The heckler.
That's it, yeah.
Holy shit. No, this isn't a heckler.
Heckna the Heckler.
Heckna the heckler.
So I think I'm leaning towards not having any magic on my character.
Okay.
At all.
So
I think that's where I'm leaning.
And I guess if I'm artificer, there's magic inherently built into my
and I assume one of these two. So these two being, they're not here tonight.
Yeah,
but
there's potentially 4 other players, but we'll talk about 3.
That's right. Yeah. So there's going to be 3 for sure.
Guaranteed. Austin.
Austin is in. Spade is in.
Yeah. So of the crew. So Austin, we have no idea what his character is going to be. We know that he will be doing a very vivid departure from Dover Gemberview.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And since Austin is part of the in-house team, it's really good to have him on.
I assume he's going to go magic as part of moving away from Dover.
He does tend to enjoy having spells.
Well, and just Dobrik does not.
Not really.
So
fast,
I'm expecting that he will go mage.
If he goes magic, yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Some sort of hardcore magic user.
Now, mind you, if we part of the reason I didn't choose class and everything else was because if we need to, I can easily swing my guy.
Dude, why don't you play like literally like a Void Templar or like some sort of Sonic or a Chronomancer of some sort?
I absolutely can. We can.
Those are some unique classes to pull out.
Yeah,
Wavebreaker.
I mean,
Wavebreaker.
Wavebreaker.
Yeah, so I wanted to see what the other characters were.
Do you have
gonna
any
be.
idea what
So I
Spade's
know.
thinking?
So Spade is not decided on a class yet, much in the same respect as you.
Yeah.
But has built the character.
Yeah.
They're a tiefling.
Okay.
Who
Okay.
is, basically come to Phelan's Republic because they've literally crossed the world and everyone has shunned them in every continent. So this
Nice.
is the last place they can go, which is welcoming to tieflings, but not entirely, as open as you might expect. Which then Austin was like, "Oh, I was going to play a tiefling." So there may be some adjustments
What is with
going on
everyone's
there,
obsession
but
with playing tieflings?
Like
Everybody who plays D&D is like, I gotta play tiefling.
Yeah, I don't know. I've
people
never
really like tieflings.
I would never play a tiefling.
like when I was first introduced to D&D, I'm like, so there's dwarves.
and then there's tieflings.
And then there's nothing else.
Yeah,
why would you-
So I actually used to be super into half elves.
Sure.
I still really like half elves, but dwarves have
Are
kind
they
of
even
taken
called
over.
half elves now?
No, they're just elven ancestry or human ancestry, depending on which side you want to focus on.
Yeah.
But I do really like dwarves a lot.
Dwarves are just cooler.
Dwarves are great.
Yeah. But that said, giants are also
Yeah,
super
grave
cool.
cleric named Spade. Yeah, that joke has never been made before.
That's funny.
I mean, I like it.
That's great.
So we'll see what they want to do. I was hoping they might have some thoughts on what they wanted to play, and in fairness, I haven't directly asked them, so we'll ask them. But right now, I'm leaning towards a melee character. Be that a fail forward rogue, be that a something.
Fun.
What do you call? So there's a few things to talk about. Well, so melee characters from what we have in Amaria, we've got the splicer,
Splice Blade, yeah.
splice blade, the time splicer. That would be
Did
kind
you
of
say
cool.
splice hammer?
You could use a hammer.
You can have a hammer if you would want.
I mean, I'm gonna have a hammer.
I think it might be fun for him to play a Titan hand because he's a giant.
Ooh.
And he's stunted. Every weapon he has.
He has that actual, like, he has his family sword, but it's like a massive,
It's like the filibuster.
ridiculous like hunk of steel that he drags around with him.
Titan hand would be that'd be a damage
No,
dealer.
I have the family letter opener.
So the Titan hand fighter is a fighter that uses oversized weapons.
Okay.
Their whole thing is that they swing gigantic oversized weapons, and they actually are able to do it. We give
Fair.
them what they need, because normally when you try to do that, you have disadvantage.
Yeah.
We undo the problems with it and make it viable.
Okay.
And you're just swinging around massive weapons the size of yourself. You're basically like an anime character, just which
What else do we
because of the
have?
giant thing could be interesting.
Do we release the Valkyrie?
Yeah. Although that doesn't really line up.
Splice blade.
Spice Blade. The other one would be
Not barbarian.
Barbarian would give you the Sarah Brawler as well as the Dreadnought.
The Dreadnought's interesting. That's the one where when Chad played, he was the guy that stood
Yeah.
there, and the Minotaur came, and the Minotaur goes bonk, and the Minotaur's like, "What the hell?" Because
Yeah.
he did destroy and shred his pecs with his horns, but we just kept healing
didn't
Chad,
move.
and he couldn't move, because he was
Dreadnought
the
would be interesting.
Dreadnought. Because then you just cannot move against your will.
I mean, Sarah Brawler's a thing, but Jowdred's a Sarah Brawler, so maybe we stay away from too much repetition.
Yeah. Well, so
channel.
this is the other thing, right? Like, I want to make sure that whatever I'm playing is reasonably unique.
So for rogues, you've got the Desperado, which is the fail forward rogue, where when you miss, you can have something happen narratively that becomes interesting. Or the what are they called?
There's the Varlet.
The Varlet, yeah, the Varlet.
That was
rogue.
based off of Gabriel.
Yeah,
God
the
rest
Varlet-
in soul.
The Varlet Rogue, which allows you to expend sneak attack dice to do horrible things to your opponents, so you can give them like debilitating conditions and things like that.
Interesting.
That makes you sneaky, though. Did you want to be more of like the?
Also monks.
I could be a monk. So admittedly, I was thinking about the Desperado in part because
So silly.
it's and it's sort of a like I didn't miss.
You would be a great Desperado.
I was misleading you intentionally.
Desperado.
It's not that it's like I faked you out.
A Desperado named Imus? Holy shit. Holy shit. Fate is being written here. Oh my God, dude.
So I was leaning towards that, but I'm not set on that by any means.
But you yourself are also very good at improvisational comedy, meaning that if he says to you, how did your miss turn into whatever the hell you just rolled on the Desperado, you would come up with the wildest story.
Sure, yeah.
So
yeah,
I miss. You got any siblings? Well, there's my brother, Deadshot.
My sister Bullseye.
That's right.
Yeah, play more monks, Temple says. I mean, I like monks.
The two monk options would be the Time Monk and the Psionic Monk.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is, like, I feel like every character I've played on Six Sides has been magical.
Yeah. Psionics are very different than magic.
It's true.
Psionics are wild in this one.
True.
They're hard to play, though.
Yeah.
It actually makes you play as a mid-range monk, though. And if you want to go more melee, then the Psionic Monk wouldn't necessarily.
Yeah, you'd want to do the Void Templar if you wanted to be.
Yeah,
But that's true.
the other option is this. Yeah, you're right. The Psionis is the Void Templar is the melee.
But here's the thing, and no offense to the character concept, Void Templars are kind of, and I mean this in a pop, cool. Like they're kind of badass.
Yeah.
And if he's playing a character who's basically Jackie Chan's drunken monk, funny,
I mean,
does the shtick.
Yeah,
I think like something like a Desperado,
The Desperado
is
does
more in
work.
tune.
Yeah. Now
there's
I can
non-Mario
also-
options like the drunken monk, but I do think the Desperado actually
Yeah,
fits.
no,
'Cause it also kind of gives you like sneaky stealthy, which is kind of adds into your kind of shady past a little bit.
Yeah.
Guys says play a straight fighter, and my response here is I can't play anything straight anymore. So
You know, I did think about playing. So the reason I don't want to do anything like plain personally is because most of the characters that I've ended up playing on stream have been sort of last minute hack-togethers.
Yeah.
Like even Foley, I came up with like the basics of Foley like
such
5
an
minutes
iconic
before
character
stream.
now, though. He's got so much art.
Well, because we did the narration, right?
Yeah.
Like we built
Oh, he
that
grew out,
character,
yeah.
right? But like
Technically speaking, all of those characters grew over the course.
100%.
Show, right?
But like they were all sort of like, hey Adrian, somebody didn't show up tonight, sort of thing. Like we need you to jump in. Yeah, okay, fine, let's do it. So since I've got a little bit more time, I can actually learn a new class. I can learn some lore. I can do some backstory. So I don't want to do anything plain Jane on this one. I want to do something from Amaria, do something interesting. Now, with that said,
Desperado's cool.
the other sort of backstory that I had played with was the idea that he was a quartermaster for privateers.
That's a lot of power.
Sorry?
It's a pretty powerful position.
It is, but it's also not a combat position in any way.
True.
So that's where something with psionics, for instance, might be a little more appropriate, where it's, you know, he's in a...
Well, that's where Void Templar actually does make sense, because you would be the quartermaster,
Right.
you'd have all these weapons, you just swirl them all around you.
Right, exactly. Like there would be some path to weave there. But depending on what other people want to do, I think the Desperado Rogue, I think that's a great one. Partly because I think that's a really, I think that's one of the more approachable classes in the Amarian system, that people who would dial into the stream would be like, oh, that's super cool. What is that? Like,
Yeah.
I might play that and then get into the system.
I really like the tone and feel of...
So does Jared Mitz. But
Yeah, Jared, I just saw that. Thanks, Jared.
What does he say? Fell forward seems to fit
appropriate for the-
character. Yeah, because you don't have to be like a sneaky rogue to be a
No.
fell forward rogue. You could be a charismatic rogue.
Yeah.
You could be our what's the person on the ship that talks? The captain. Who's the one that
usually it's the first mate.
the first? You could be like the first mate of the ship eventually. you know what I
Or
mean?
the Nightingale. One of
Yeah,
them.
once we
yeah.
take the boat over on like stop 2.
Yeah, on like at the beginning of the game when he's like, as he describes the boat, we go, it's our boat now.
Mutiny!
I bashed the captain
Immediate
over there.
mutiny.
Immediate
Well, the
mutiny.
captain's at least a CR3, and he's got a whole crew. you
That's
know.
okay. We can take him up.
We can convince the crew.
Have you seen our rolls? No. I've been planning this whole game out since before it started.
Boat from tomorrow, command.
Cool.
So
Hypnotic pattern!
I would love, not to sway the others, but I would love to see them really pull from the Amarian thing.
Yeah,
I do like the tiefling, but I really would love to see...
I think a weave breaker would be really cool. To
Having a weave breaker on the boat would be cool. Having a sound assist on the boat would be cool.
Somebody needs to play a Nightingale bard. I'm
Yeah,
just-
sure. Yeah.
I mean, like, I could step into that role later, but I really don't think a Nightingale bard is what the game's all about.
No,
Right.
no. I'm gonna have an NPC be it then if need be.
I'm gonna be a little.
We know our first character to kill.
I'm gonna be a little disgruntled if at least one of them isn't like Lupine, Mantidan, or Ursine, because like, what are you even doing?
We gotta at least one animal person.
We haven't figured out what I'm doing yet. I mean,
true.
like, we have a lot of representation of the Zanku on board, so I don't know if playing a Beovian makes any sense. Because
a Beovian would make sense.
A Beovian would make a lot of sense.
Anybody could be in Phelan's Republic. That's one of the nice things about it.
But that immediately makes me a scoundrel liar.
You could be the outlier. You could be the outlier of Bales. Maybe you were kicked out. You're literally on the opposite side of the world.
I love the Plunge Dwarf Desperado Rogue. That sounds awesome.
Plunge Dwarf Desperado Rogue is great.
I believe that is his character.
Because if he misses, he bounces off the floor and then hits something else, you know. So I'm going to remove Mareri from the list, so I don't have the Alassian Elf. I'm not a flying elf. I do like to fly. I did play. What did I play in a Pin Pan in the one game we played privately? Huxel Faraday.
Yeah,
was
Pin
his
Pan.
name?
Yeah, you played a Pin Pan.
I like
there.
the name Huxel Faraday. I might just take that.
That's pretty
name.
good.
You did
Like
do,
that's his real name, Huxel Faraday.
You did play. Ark was a Kareen. You played Rooks, who was a Phoenix-born.
So I've had a lot of Zanku.
You played Baron. That was the only, I think.
Baron, yeah.
I think that's the only
Baron
Nemal
or
that
Solo?
you played. Yeah. That and Eke were your two Nemals.
I also played that DeWist character in the
you did.
that fraudulent person's game we played.
Well, also in the Halloween special.
The Halloween special.
So, while you're thinking, separate question. My expectation for this is that my character is essentially walking into this, no armor, no weapons to speak of. Like, I'm going to have a hammer because I always have my hammer and stuff.
I would say, like, you'd have whatever gear you would have on a pub crawl. So, like, for your character, it might make sense to not have anything. But if someone says, "Oh, I'm one of the soldiers guarding on the ship," then they would have their gear, right? So it's going to depend on what makes sense for.
I just wanted to make sure that
being said, you could have armor and equipment. It just would be in your chest in your room on the ship.
I can't imagine that I would, right? Like, the way I see this personally, and this is why I'm asking / telling you what I'm thinking, and then you can fill me in. For me, like, we're level 1. This is the start of an adventure. Correct. I am not an adventurer.
Yes.
I am a shipwright who
Bosun.
is like,
Son of
bosun, who is like coming in from my day job on this pub crawl, and shit's gonna go down, and I'm going to become an adventurer.
Adventure is going to find you.
Yeah.
And then you're going to kind of have to take it from there.
So I'm not expecting to come in with any major interesting equipment or anything else. I just want to make sure, like, is that sort of what you're expecting narratively? Or should I come up with a reason that he has gear?
I think that's up to you. I think if your character, the way you've built them, doesn't make sense for them, because this is a pub crawl.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, I mean, it's a pub crawl. Now, some of the pubs might be a little more unsavory than others, so they may actually say, like, yeah, no, you
sure.
should,
Well,
you should bring a weapon.
I mean, I'm gonna have like
right?
some daggers on me and stuff. Because I mean,
we're in like
I'm not an idiot.
We're in like a medievalish world where anyone could jump you, right?
But I'm
so
also not like wearing chainmail or anything like that.
I don't think you would wear chainmail to where we're going or what we're doing, unless your specific job is to act as the guard for what's going on.
Okay, cool.
Or if you have like custom-made armor that is designed specifically, like if you play like an armorer artificer and you've built your own custom outfit or whatever, right?
I have to read up. I know nothing about artificers. So I'm not fully locked in on the artificer, but I think it lends itself to using the chess pieces as.
I think that's a great.
I just got to read up on them now and find out how they work.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, and then we'll figure out we'll figure out as a team how we're actually getting into the adventure, but we'll do that.
Yeah,
like,
so
live.
I think our plan is every Wednesday night going forward.
Yes.
Minus 1 or 2. I think every Wednesday night we're going to be live in some.
I was going to say that's worth mentioning. Yeah, like I think you're gone for.
So up and coming for those of you viewing what's happening. We'll be doing Deadliest Dungeon reunion. So we have all the Deadliest Dungeon crew on Sunday, but after that,
I think it's the You're level 4 now?
Level 4.
So, yeah.
I got my feet.
It's the return of the true crew.
Good old
Return of the
Phineas and Keymaster made quick work of that fucking floor guardian.
That was
we wrecked that floor.
brutal.
We wrecked that floor.
Poor racer.
He did not know. Well, Klaus did not know what to do when I pulled out the unseen servant and knocked his fucking sister
guys,
over.
donate some money to Adrian here. That was incredible.
He didn't know what to do because there's nothing he can do about it. He's just like, oh shit.
Usually I get that kind of like shock from Sam, but I think that was even beyond a gambit maneuver. That was like.
But anyways, yeah. So you guys are going to be level 4, which will be fun. But yes, so Sunday.
Okay, so we're going to Game Hole Con in Madison, Wisconsin, as of the 13th. 14th we're leaving.
Yeah,
13th, somewhere in that ballpark. Tuesday, the Tuesday.
14th
the 14th
is the Tuesday.
So
as of the 14th, we are
that
leaving.
Wednesday we won't be doing this.
Well, we aren't there. You and Spade and Austin
I suppose
could
if
talk other
they're
characters,
around,
and
yeah.
if the other character comes in, you guys could have a reunion conversation,
Yeah, we
and
can
you
do
guys
that.
can continue to talk to the audience
Sure,
about their
yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
And then after that, we're in New Zealand
Yes.
to Armageddon Con, where we get to play D&D on stage with the Squad 20 and all that.
Yeah.
And then after New Zealand, we're in DreamHack Atlanta. So the next possible time I'm back, I think, is like November 4th, which is
Yeah,
a Wednesday, November 4th.
we're starting on the 5th.
Is that session 0? Is that 5th? Is the first session or session 0?
That is when the campaign starts.
Okay.
We can discuss whether
I
is
think it's great.
session 0 or otherwise.
I'll have my costume done by then.
Yeah.
Well before that, anyway.
Yeah.
We need to get our minis done from Hero Forge.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that needs to be done. I posted all the dates for stuff in the Discord so people can do that.
I've seen
we
minis.
also
Minis are being shown to me. They're being made.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Oh, people are ahead
Now
of the
that I
curve.
know what I'm making, until I can figure out the darn species, I can go and start to make the character.
Yeah.
I gotta figure out the
that's,
species.
That's why I said like character on
gonna
Hero
bug
Forge.
me,
so,
man.
so it's worth noting for anyone who doesn't know or
Not a
doesn't
Mario.
wasn't expecting. We now have a sponsor from Dwarven Forge and Hero Forge.
right.
That's not new, but it's newish.
Well, they're very sponsored now, so we
Very
get like
sponsored.
everything. It's
Yeah.
great.
So we are going to be having custom made minis, and we've got Dwarven Forge set up, which we do need to talk to them about.
If they don't have a chess set, they might put one in for me.
Yeah.
They might.
Well, and if not, we can make you one.
I know they got chess pieces.
Yeah.
which is
Yeah,
fine.
they do definitely have chess pieces.
We can definitely print one if they can't get one going. But did they get back to us at all? Well, we'll talk about that off stream. But we're gonna see if we can get like coastal sets from
that's fine.
Dwarven Forge.
Tomorrow I talk to them.
And that'll be fun. And so like it should be super cool. We're gonna have over the next couple of weeks I'm doing a full RGB lighting system in here. So we're gonna have all of the sound effects and lighting effects that we had
The
way
boats.
back in the day.
We all get to do this when it's blue.
Yep, we're gonna have the wind and sea spray going. I am gonna try and get the fog machine
We
all
should
hooked up
get
to
like
DMX.
a scented candle of like
No, I'm gonna hold
wood,
the
tar, and salt.
I'm gonna get the spray can and just do this to you when you start talking about your face just gets soaked. So as the seas caress you, the waves come. I just grab a bucket of water and
North wind blows. The south wind blows.
I'm crying. Why is Tom crying for wedding Devin? Because I destroyed Dragon Mountain and Birthright behind me.
Typhoons and hurricanes.
Yeah, so like you'll hear that too on screen. Obviously, you'll hear the backing tracks and everything else, but a lot of that is really for us here, because it's way more immersive for us when we get all the sound effects and the lighting and everything just right.
That's when you know the Wellerman comes.
That's right.
What?
It's okay. It's okay.
There's gonna be a lot of that.
Yeah.
I know nothing about sea travel, so this would be great.
So yeah, so we're amping up the ambiance in the room for us, so that because one of the things that we've been missing in the more recent stuff is the really like booming cracks of thunder in the room, and
That
like
was a lot of fun back in the day.
there were some episodes back in the day where it was like we got chills at the
Dude,
table.
I remember when we went submersive in the
Yeah.
in Ooglu
Yeah,
Sea,
the Ooglu Sea.
and the lights went all like bluish and amber. It was like
When you went hunting the dragon turtle, yeah.
it was just like I remember just how dark and like ambery it was there, and you felt like the water texture, you know what I mean? Or when the thundering things were happening in Crystal Felon during the one game where we had this thunder cracking in the background all the time. It was like I love it.
And of course,
it was
the heartbeat that drove you insane. insane
The
all the
heartbeat
time.
drove me crazy. It drove me crazy. We did that in Deadliest
Oh,
Dungeon.
yes.
We have to bring that back to Deadliest Dungeon.
Oh yeah.
But we
for sure.
also, I think the most immersive thing we did for lighting was the Cthulhu game we played.
Yeah, I agree.
That was really good.
Well, part of it was Cthulhu was kind of easy. So, like, just for a little bit of transparency for you, the viewer, I'm having all of the characters give me, like, spell descriptions so that when they're casting their spells, we should be able to affect the lights so that they actually look like they're casting a spell. If there's healing magic, it should show up on screen. Stuff like that. And then separately, I'm also setting up a whole bunch of environmentals for Devin to play with. I've learned a fair bit since back in the day of lighting control and everything else, and hopefully we're going to be able to, like...
Button.
Sorry? We can give you a seagull button. 100%.
It's constantly.
And I'm so anyways, we're going to Devin and I are going to, because this is going to be planned out ahead of, not in a linear fashion but in a thematic
I'm
fashion.
gonna know what's going on generally.
I mean, for the first few episodes, we know that we're on the coast, so
Right.
things like seagulls and waves and wind and stuff like that.
creaking
So
boards and
yeah,
then we'll need like tavern sound effects.
exactly. So we're gonna know these things ahead of time. We're gonna have themes. We're gonna have all of this stuff so that Devin and I'm gonna sit here so that Devin and I can share a soundboard, and then
Makes
that
sense.
way we can sort of both
Where am I going
work.
to sit?
I
The same spot you've sat in.
You know,
every
it's funny. I
game
was
you've ever
setting up
played.
the overlay for the three of us. Not much of an overlay, but the three of us. And initially, I had these two chairs on screen, and I'm like, Tom's not sitting in that chair.
I've
Come on.
been sitting in this chair since this studio was built.
So we're gonna have way more stuff.
Have I always been? Avernus was the only one, but I've always been to the left of the Dungeon Master. In Deadliest Dungeon, Kyle, I was the far left.
Yeah.
I've always been
You've
far
always had
left.
the same spot.
Weird.
Get some wet seaweed.
It had
and
nothing
put
to
it
do
in
with the
corner.
fact that you'd spread all your stuff out and leave it there.
That's right.
So no one could
What are you
sit.
talking about? I only have
3 dice trays.
3 dice trays.
That's right.
I'll take a photo of this for everyone and put it in the
See, that's what I'm
Discord.
saying, Jared. Like, if it doesn't smell like an ocean, we're not.
You guys can see what my part of the
So-
table looks like. I'll just take a photo of it.
So I'm not gonna do tar. Well, I'm not gonna do rotting seaweed.
Well, you understand that the
I'll post
sea
this in the
doesn't actually
Discord.
smell like the sea. That's what
No.
the shore smells like. The
I know.
sea smells like tar, rope, and wood.
Well, ships smell that way.
There's no way you're out in the sea without smelling that unless you're drowning.
Wow. Don't tell me how to live my life or
All
die
right.
my death.
In the True Talk feed, I put a picture of my play area, so you know how much space I guys take up. I'm very OCD about it.
But you know, one of the conventions that we went to a while back had wax melts that were D&D themed.
Yes.
And I think I do have a couple of like seafaring wax melts left.
Cool.
I think. If I do, I will
We
definitely
can
bring
get
it.
like a fan machine too. To
Well, we'll
breeze
just
it over
we'll
into
just put
us
it
and
over here, and like it'll scent up the. But yeah, we could bring in a fan.
get some
I mean, that's not
wind
really a problem.
going.
I don't think you really want a lot of wind
Let's put
going.
the whole table on one of those rocking boards.
All right, let's just go and do this
you
on
do
the
that?
ship.
Let's
Can
just
you
go
actually rock
rent a
the whole-
ship.
Can
Let's just
we,
go rent a ship.
Can
and
we
we'll-
just excavate the house,
Yeah,
put
yeah.
a pool here, put the
Yeah,
That's right.
We'll put the whole thing. We'll
All of
go,
it by next
We'll go
week.
get that
Yeah.
ship out, moored out by Niagara Falls.
Yeah,
and we'll
that's
just
right.
go on their deck
We'll just
and
get
we'll
a
just
long
film
trip.
the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, just the first few episodes, and then we have to find a new set.
That's right.
Yeah. No,
smells needed. I'll just eat a whole lot of sushi and then
There
just
you go.
fart the entire night.
there you go. That's the ticket.
Authentic.
Seaweed smell.
Yeah. So anyways, bottom line, we're gonna fix up that backdrop.
Oh yeah, because it can't be like our original Six Sides logo.
Well, it's not so much the logo; it's the fact that like these two backdrops are like really
Yeah,
pretty
they're
well.
immersive
Like
backdrops.
these three, I should say. Like
Yeah.
we put some time into this. That was sort of a last minute.
It's just got Randolph's Pea Checkers, smooth sipping.
Yeah, we need to gussy it up. So we'll
Yeah.
figure that out. And we'll get all the lighting in, and we'll get the menus. So one of the things that I'm going to be working on.
Picture of Tommy going.
What's this?
Just
Just get a giant
picture
banner of you going.
I'm going to be.
Everybody in front.
Behind everyone playing. It's just
Yeah.
It's just you behind everyone.
the whole time. Nobody
right.
takes the side of the table seriously.
No. no matter what.
They're trying to be super dramatic. It's just.
So actually, I do have.
The lights go low. You see the whites of my eyes and my teeth. Sorry.
I do want to know people's thoughts, and not you can drop them now, but especially in the comments.
Like it's hot.
In the comments in Discord, everything else. I actually do want to know what people want to see in terms of, especially for like the miniatures. Like, are we interested in other camera angles and stuff? Like, we've got the pan tilt zoom little guy here, and he's great. He's going to be great for us.
That's a great spot. I've really been.
Yeah, it's great.
It's great
but
for
like,
Deadliest Dungeon
yeah.
for sure.
do we want to set up so that like the players can like pull out a cell phone and like do like shots,
I
or
think
is that
that's
just
good
a
for
pain
the
in the ass
Discord,
and
really.
people don't like it?
We have to get that RPG Discord up by the time we start the game.
Yeah, we should do that
yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's good for Discord stuff.
And yeah, we need to gussy up that backdrop for sure. But overall, I think it's going to be really good. We're going to have a lot of lighting. I'm going to try and get weather effects going for the actual mini map, so like we can have like sunrises and stuff happening on the mini map.
I got that little fog machine you can put in there too.
You've got a little one?
Yeah, I bought it for when I was going to run my D&D show.
Because I got the big
And then
one.
I didn't. Then I wasn't going to run the D&D show, and then they all strong-armed me into running a D&D show, so I didn't set it up. But I have a little.
Because I gotta say, if you've got a mini one and I've got the big one, we could do some really fun like synchronization stuff. That might be.
Oh, I remember when we used to have the fog machine.
Yeah, well, so it never worked that well at the old studio.
It didn't look great on camera, but in person it was.
In person, it was
really
good,
cool.
and also now that we have more periphery space,
Yeah, it's so nice in here.
I think we can probably do more with it. So I'm gonna try and get it set up so that it's hooked up to the DMX, so that we can actually have it like timed and everything else.
Oh man, I actually know that smell. Pike Place Market. Is that Greek restaurant still there? Apollo, I think it's called. Whatever. Great breakfast.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Great breakfast. Pike Place Market. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, no, so we're going to be doing that stuff, and if anybody has any other ideas, not to say that I'm going to do them because we have a limited amount of time, but if anybody has any other ideas that would make it super immersive and fun, let me know, because I have a whole bunch of shit, and I'm happy to write
Can we
code.
get a
And
cattle prod for every time someone takes damage to really add that authenticity?
As long as we can use it on you.
I was going to say,
whenever we deal damage to you, which happens a lot more frequently.
You're going to take more damage than any of us in
not
no,
fun.
You
with
get
us.
cattle prodded, I take a shot. That's how we're gonna do it.
Oh, good God.
Jesus, the game will
You're
be
just
over
gonna die.
very
Okay.
quickly. All right, so I guess we're still at the point now where we now know. Are you settled in on like Desperado?
Unless something happens to
Desperado.
change
That's
that,
gonna
yeah.
be every time.
Every time you invest,
It's either that or the other Desperado. It's just every time.
Well, I'll hit a button to play the track, but it'll just randomize non-Desperado songs.
The species is driving
I'm
me
a
crazy.
bitch. I'm a lover.
Species is driving me crazy.
Yeah, I'm
Just
gonna
make up a new one.
Snarf.
There you go.
I'll be a Snarf.
God, good God.
The game.
There it is.
His name's the game. He's Snarf. He's just got a chessboard. And he's
I gotta work on the voice for my character.
Yeah, that's the other thing I got to work on too. Because for Eke, I did an incredible amount of research. Remember the first time we played Eke, how long he took to speak.
Yeah.
It was obnoxious.
Just finished saying hello.
So Eke, I studied a thing online where it's talking about the different aspects of creating voices.
Yeah.
And I picked a bunch of the elements and created long, winded, and slow. And I'm like, and that was Eke. And now I've sped him up quite a bit. But if you remember watching the very first 6 episodes, he was.
I remember being in the first 6 episodes.
It was crazy.
Yeah, so I think my notes, I forget what I settled on, but I think my initial notes for voice was a slightly twangy evangelical Hagrid from Harry Potter.
You were very much like Faith. You were like.
Yeah, well, not so much evangelical in terms of actually like. So for this character is what I'm thinking. Like, not so much evangelical. It's just like the way they're always like, punctuating everything and like. Let me tell you what's gonna go on.
I was thinking more slurry for me, like just more quiet and slurry.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Victor Newman, kind of. You know. Let me tell you something like this, Jack. Like he's very like you know.
Yeah.
He's like or like Mads Mikkelsen kind of feel, you know, like really got
Yeah.
that like through the teeth grit.
Yeah.
Which makes sense for the whole boat thing. It's like I feel like we're going like a boat western, but we'll see.
Well, that's where we're starting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could probably maybe a southern drawl.
I was thinking about that, and then I'm like, am I going to be able to keep that up?
That's the question. That's always the question.
That's I mean whatever I start with 7 games in, it's gonna
be different.
It
turn into
changes. It
whatever it
always
turns
changes.
into.
Yeah, it always does.
So then I was thinking like, should I just
make
do?
him Irish.
Should I do like the super like played out like I'm a giant so I talk slow and kind of dumb and low and
Can you hold on to that forever?
oh yeah probably.
Hey man, when you pick a voice, just pick something that doesn't feel like gravel on your throat.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, Leroy.
No, I could do a dumb giant for a long time. It wouldn't be a
Oh
problem.
God.
I think that would be great.
Everyone's gonna watch it on 1.75 time, and then as soon as you stop speaking, they put it back to 1, and then they put it back.
We'll just publish timestamps
Yeah,
so it can make an auto.
Oh my God,
You wrote an algorithm.
it's like 98,000
Yeah.
timestamps per episode.
Texas accent. Yeah, so my original thought was basically take Hagrid from
Hello,
Harry Potter's.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter's.
It was
And
How was this thing?
but make him Texas draw.
But what was Harry Potter's like? I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that.
I should not have said that.
I shouldn't have said that.
And then make
said
him
that.
instead of like, because he's kind of downplayed and everything else, but like make him like energetic and like evangelical.
Bongo only pawn in game of life.
Jesus Christ. I could do the cracked voice character. Hi. No. Hi. Hi. No, that's the cracked voice.
yeah,
like
yeah.
The,
Yeah.
Hey.
So that was
How's it going?
How's it going over there, man?
that was the other thing. I'm like, if we're gonna be playing this for a long time, I don't want to piss off everybody with my voice.
Yeah, no,
right?
they have to be on
You
there.
don't want to be an 80s cartoon sidekick?
Whatever I do, I've got to make it mixable with the character voices that I currently have because inevitably the game will show up on stage in the Tavern of Timeless
Yeah.
Tales, right? Lowholt's my easiest because he's like a really bastardized version of.
Well met, friend.
Yeah, he's very that.
Yeah, and I thought about just doing the classic sort of like.
I
Thor.
just be doing the old Long John Silver.
I thought about that too, but then I'm like, if I'm gonna do that, I have to be a pirate, and if I'm gonna be a pirate, I'm gonna be a pirate, not a shipwright, and so, yeah. Because the other thing is, I don't want to tie my guy too closely to the coast.
Yeah.
Because we're only gonna be on the coast for the first like 6 months.
Yeah.
10 years from now, it's gonna be like, why are you?
Yeah, then
why,
you go to the
why are you a
nightmare, and
fucking
then the rest of the
pirate?
campaign is there.
Yeah, I've been thinking about. So Kamel's got the deep and like thick voice going on.
Tommy is a Tom Jones.
Who's Tom Jones? Like Tommy Lee Jones?
Tom Jones, the musical artist.
I don't know.
You can do Tom Waits.
Tom Waits.
I don't know who that is either.
Tom Jones.
Town with a little drop of poison.
I mean, I could speak like this. It'd be good for stage for a one-off moment, but an ongoing
do
character.
Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, okay, so it is. I was just double checking. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Oh, it's not
That's Tom Jones.
unusual to be loved
Let's do
by
your Gaston
anyone.
voice.
Yeah.
Blah, no, 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 no. Well, Gaston is closer to Camille.
Yeah, that's
Well, yes,
That's
of
true,
course.
yeah.
You know, with my large teeth and my burly-ass voice,
Yes,
I am Camille.
I do have a
I am
pipe.
a chess master, damn it.
I am a chess master.
Okay, now I want chat's opinions as well as yours. I do have a bubble pipe.
Do you really?
Yeah, I printed it
Oh, damn.
Amazing.
because I was like,
We pop a bubble once in a while?
yeah, I was thinking maybe.
I mean, well, the Iranians are artistic and they do that stuff.
There's two things that I was thinking about doing. Either having like a long Gandalf style one that actually glows when I like. I'll put like a little Hall effect sensor so that when I do like a, it
Never
actually
getting
glows.
anything done the entire time.
No, we're just
Or a
that's the
bubble
best
pipe.
part. I mean, the bubble pipe is good.
I think the bubble pipe's fun.
pipe is
Yeah.
way funnier.
I think so.
missed the Desperado Rogue with a bubble pipe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
Indubitably.
I just wasn't sure if that was too comedic.
You gotta have a,
Obviously,
you
I
gotta
won't
have
use a
word,
lot.
You gotta have a word of the day calendar, and every session you show up with a new word that you're trying to include into as many
Holy
sentences as possible.
shit. What a brilliant idea! That's perfect.
I am going to, just for the record, I am going to be dropping, what a handsome question. Because I don't think that phrase gets used enough, so I am going to be dropping
What if
that.
I just do Austin's voice?
Oh, God.
I don't want to.
Well, you see, the same thing here is just that'll be my
good.
character, right? And it's just I'll just imitate Austin, so he has to not be Austin.
I've
He can
also
imitate
been,
me.
I've also been coming up with like a whole bunch of like quotes. Some of them GPT came up with for me, I will admit, but I've been coming up with a bunch of quotes. So like, goblin is for shoes and stones, not plans.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
So I'm gonna be dropping shit like that throughout as well. I want to.
I got so
get,
many
like, a good
ideas.
library of them going.
The voice will not become apparent to me until I know what the
Yeah.
the
that's fair.
species is going to
You
be.
need to know what he looks like in order to know how he should sound.
Yeah.
Yes to bubble pipe. All right, rock on.
So I am torn between Baelvian at this point and something dramatically different.
Yeah.
It's either Baelvian or off the beaten path, like a Mantidaean.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I want to play Mantidaean because look, Hivearch
Hivearch was pretty iconic.
kind of has it, and
There will never be a better Mantidaean than Hivearch.
Yeah, I think that's probably
right.
accurate.
I mean, and that's the thing. I think we
Especially
have enough.
after our most recent
Yeah.
foray,
It was
foray into
good.
the
Yeah.
character, yeah.
Yeah, I think staying away from, although finding a different twist on Mantidaean is cool. I
Sure.
think we've kind of cornered that market. What we really haven't cornered though is like we haven't cornered like, for the Nemals.
We've had at least every
we've had
kind
them
of
all.
Nemal show up at some point, but played by somebody. Yeah.
You know.
Jared says every time I fail forward, I have to blow a bubble, which I think is correct.
That is true. And then for Zanku though, we really haven't seen much in the Beowulfs.
No.
No?
We haven't seen Beowulfs. We've very little Kenbian.
Yep.
So we've only ever seen like DeWisk, Linvander, and Phoenixborn. Lots of Phoenixborns, right?
People love the Phoenixborn.
They love the Phoenixborn. Alassian characters. I mean,
We got to get these two to not play tieflings, though. We got to get
Yeah,
more.
no, they don't want. Yeah,
it would be nice for them to
they're
play
figuring it
Amarians
out.
things,
I
but
think everyone-
Tiefling's fine.
Yeah, tiefling's fine. I think
it's-
everyone should be like. If you're gonna play a tiefling, why not play Lupine?
Vernderar.
or- yeah,
Vernderar.
sure.
The game.
That could be interesting.
Vernderar.
That could be very interesting.
Oh, and he has like a Triceratops one, and
The
he
other option is-
shaved it into like
the other
Rook.
option is you do like an Iakoken, and like each of the monster attributes you get is like based off of one of the chess pieces.
I get the horse head.
Yeah.
Temple asked, "What is the species that's part of a different? That's part of different species."
That's, I think, parts of different species.
I don't understand.
Yeah, you might need to clarify that.
Different
Not-
species that's part of different species?
Are we? Because you might be talking about the Iakoken
I think
and how they can
maybe.
incorporate other
Yeah.
things.
But a Vernderar is kind of the only Vernderar we've had play so far is Kyoto, which is played by Damien Haas.
Which is, you could definitely take a different.
Oh, I would be.
different direction
I
than
actually, in all of my comedic performance strengths, cannot mimic that.
Yeah,
That is a. You have to have a specific level of something for that to happen, because when he comes on stage, he's like, Kyoto, the shut-off shogun, and the way he just like comes up with his like, you know, this ain't the end for me, but it is the end of you, and the end of the show is the best part. Like I can't even mimic it.
Yeah,
I can't even come up with the shit that guy can pull out of his ass when it comes to the comedic one-liners. But a Vernderar would be kind of fun to try. to
Yeah,
do.
that'd be fun.
It's definitely
something-
off the beaten
Well,
path
like you
for
said,
me.
not something we've seen very much of. so-
Also, even in Phelan's Republic, you'd stand out. Because they're just rare in general.
you wouldn't even need the whole horse head thing going on at that point.
No. God, let me think about that.
But that does make sense. I could see a Vernderar being like an avid chess player. Like, I could see that.
Yeah, but well, let me think. Let me think.
Your lizard brain. Hush, let me think.
Hush, let me
Let
think.
me think.
Vernderar. Well, if I'm a Vernderar.
Just in time.
Oh, that short was great.
Oh, there's going to be more of that.
Yeah. Oh, good. No,
A lot more of
Keep
that.
us out of the veil.
this was part
No,
of it, right?
that's Strands of Destiny.
Yeah.
The Veil stuff is
no
Strands
more
of Destiny.
nightmares and giant
No,
pans.
for sure.
and-
But like,
I want this to be a distinctly different type of thing.
but like, that I think that's one of the reasons why we wanted to bring this sort of format back is that like we had so many great moments from Strands that just still stand on their own.
Did we?
Mommy?
Oh my God! Hello, mommy. We got this one too.
Yeah.
That was from Deadliest Dungeon.
Yeah. I've got that shark puppet somewhere, I think. Or maybe I brought it in.
We should bring that out to tease Adam one time.
We also, I did bring in Note. He's kicking around.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Note would be good to bring back.
Yeah. I don't know if we'll use him, but he's here.
Oh man, Vernderer. What about the Kalian hearts? The Kalian.
Oh, the mana heart?
The mana hearts.
That could be interesting.
If it's Felon's Republic, it really accents on that, and then I would be basically a Warforged.
Essentially.
Yeah.
And that's a Warforged Artificer is very Eberron, but
It
it's
certainly
not.
is.
It's not really Amarian, but
Maybe you get Keith's Blessing, though.
well, I can get Keith's Blessing is not the one that we need. It's the Wizard's Blessing, the one that we need.
Hey, you're not a Warforged. You're completely different.
I am.
You're a bio. What are they? They're a biomechanical.
Are they in the book?
They're not their own. They don't have their own mechanics. I have mechanics for them. But
I kind of want to stay to Amaria, which me saying the whole thing is to try and make it as Amarian as possible, and then go Artificer is kind of dumb.
So from a lore perspective, the secret to creating mana hearts was destroyed by the Eltharians. So no one actually knows how to do it, and the Don Antonio Cormez, the leader of Kalia, is desperately spending every coin he has trying to recreate it to save his very, very ill and diseased daughter.
So I'm going to get Keith to custom me an Artificer for the use of chess, like a strategic Artificer.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'll work on that. So if he does that, then I will do at least half of my levels as Artificer. I really want to change it up to something else. I will stay away from things that I've already done. So I've done Weave, I've done Aeon. I would probably dip into Scion if no one else does. I'll dip into whatever anyone else doesn't do.
Sure.
Right.
No, Strands of Destiny focus a lot on the Chronomancy, Pillar of Power, the Veil, and all that. I really want to tackle the other...
Psionics and the Inventions?
Psionics and Ioessence. Because mana is everywhere, man.
If I don't do an Artificer, we could really tag into this new Technomancer one we're working on.
That's true. So I probably will be staying mostly... Like, the Veil will be around because it's a thing. It does exist, but we're probably not going to be...
entwined into the world.
Yeah, but
we're not going into it.
No, we're not going to be doing the whole dream stuff because that was a lot of fun to create, but also
Game one. You wake up in the Weave Waivers walling world of wackiness.
Weave Watcher Wendell of Wool Gather Wheel.
We got here just in time.
That's right.
But I'll miss the time spiders.
The time dragons.
The nightmare and everything is a lot of fun, and I really enjoy what I can do with it. But I do want to explore other parts of the world because we do tend to do it a lot because it's interesting.
Vernderer is on cue because it hasn't been done. Noranian, Vernderer, unless we can convince Austin to be one, which I doubt it. I'm stuck between Baelvian. I have to go reread the Vernderer. I have to actually read statistics now to figure it out because I think we'll stay away from the Nemal. Eka kind of stole that, and if I did do Nemal, Avon would be cool. Yeah.
And we are going to...
Can I be a horse Nemal? And then I'm like the knight? He's a naysayer.
Oh, God. We're going to figure out how to communicate our characters well to everybody. For sure they'll be available in Discord somehow. We'll also make sure we have some sort of web accessible setup so that people can see our characters and watch how they evolve and everything.
Yeah.
Sure, it would be nice if YouTube had something built in you could do that with, like Twitch does.
I mean,
are we also going to put this on Twitch?
That's up to you guys.
I think it would make sense to. I think we should.
I don't see any reason not to.
You used to argue about splitting audiences, but Twitch has got some great discoverability, and I'd love to get rated a few times again. Yeah. And we did grow our channel from Twitch, so we can do both.
I like Twitch, man.
I think
For live stuff, I like Twitch.
And your memberships will be very important because if you become a member of either channel, or if you are a member on Twitch, that is financing for us, which is part of keeps the studio alive. Yeah. If you become a member on YouTube, you'll get access to the role playing server, which means you can be part of the crew on the boat, and that'll be fun.
Yeah. Well, and we can figure out if we want to do that for both or whatever, and we can figure it all out. But yeah, I think there's no reason not to put it to Twitch.
I want to put it on Twitch.
Yeah, we've got Restream already set up. The service that I'm standing up will be done probably we'll be ready to use full time by the time we start this anyway, so we can use that too. Because it'll have the offline protection and stuff. That should all be live by then. So
interesting. Now I just gotta figure out what to play. Yeah.
Well,
next week
you're not here for Wednesday.
What date is that?
Because you're leaving Tuesday, right?
No, the week after.
Oh, so you're here.
So next week I'll be here. I think
we'll
we
be
should
here
try
next
and get the rest of the gang.
Yeah, I would like to.
And do a round table with them.
Well, I think Spade will be because she said she wasn't here tonight because she got in yesterday. So.
Yeah. Spade will definitely be here next week, and then Austin, I think he said he could.
He said he's going to try and get the time off.
He's good as of November 1st.
Yeah,
I see. Okay.
But we can try and drag him down maybe, and then if we can get the other potentials in here as well, and then talk about character generation with them, that would be super cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then we'll figure that out. But yeah, next Wednesday we'll do this again. I'm available every Wednesday. I'm going to be probably next Wednesday. I'm going to be here more of the day because I'm going to be setting up lighting and stuff. So
and Wednesdays have been my office hours lately, which have been very good.
Yeah.
So we will probably start the stream when we do the actual show. It'll be 6:30 or 7.
I'm good either way.
7 would be good.
That really comes down to who's coming after work and when can they get here. If
we're going to continue doing our standard Wednesday schedule, 7 is better.
7 is better, yeah. So if we do 7, that's good because then we can work things out at the coffee
I feel like
shop.
7 gives people who are coming off of a work shift more time.
Exactly.
We apologize for those of you that are over in the UK, don't have a chance, or over in Europe, don't have a chance to watch this. I'm really sorry about that live because 7 p.m. is difficult, but it's what's conducive for our work days with kids and schools and things like that. Like, 7 o'clock is good for us, and there's the VOD. So, but also, if you're a member of the channel, the VOD is one thing, but going into the role-playing server, you'll be able to watch the show and then join us in the role-playing server afterward, which is important.
And also, always remember that we are more important than your job and sleep. That's...
Well, we know that B does that. B will get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and her hours just to come on and watch us.
Fuck it, when Danielle and I are playing games, every once in a while, Racer comes in and he's like, yeah, it's like 3 a.m., but I can't sleep. I'm like, go to bed!
That's great.
We love you, but go to bed.
I appreciate that you guys keep your Twitch memberships.
Absolutely.
That'll be very important. Your Twitch memberships monthly and your memberships on YouTube will augment the game. We are working on ways for your memberships to augment the game. It will be better than when you just super chat and you donate via super chat. And like I said, this support you give the channel, 100% of it goes into what we're putting here, like all this backdrop stuff, these light bulbs, all this, these drinks, the drink cup holders and stuff. It just goes right to that. So
and we absolutely are going to have. We're not going to do the inspiration system that we have done in the past because it's a lot of bookkeeping and a lot of stuff. But there will be absolutely there will be something, and also like memberships and stuff like that. Like you will
things that you can augment the story. The way we did that scene where Eke eviscerated that chronomancer from time because of all the donations, and I used. What's that?
Who is that?
I don't know.
That's right.
Eke did something to somebody, and it would. But
I have this stat
I can't remember her name actually.
Cybele.
Cybele.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I have this stat block on my computer.
Dude, the memberships and donations that came in during Strands of Destiny were so world-shaping.
Well, frickin' Hyvar created a Draco.
And I mean, the Punzdorf was a super chat or was a donation from Temple, I think, saying jump.
I think so,
and he donated some bits for you to jump off that cliff during we were fighting the fire wasps.
It was either a donation or he just straight up browbeat me into it.
And that's how you did it, right? And I remember like TK and Vader Dojo used to constantly Twitch membership to turn puns on and off, and we had that. So.
Hammer of Fury, Hammer of Glory, stronger than an ox. He pounded that troll gory and knocked him out of his socks.
And for
guy's gonna
every
love-
donation, we'll shut his
well-
shanties off.
I'll have a
Shanties
big-
on, shanties off.
Shanties
There you
on,
go.
shanties off. I
I'll
like
get
that.
a big red Staples easy button, and it'll mute Devin.
That was easy.
Yeah, no, we've got lots of great ideas, but we are also absolutely. We've got a few weeks to set all this up. We want feedback. We want to make this super fun for everybody, and really get back to our roots a little bit. So
Yeah, that's the whole point of this. There'll be other programs coming up. We did some
sure.
programs for Sunday we're talking about. Deadliest Dungeon is what it is. You know.
And at some point, I'm planning to still get Shadowrun starting someday eventually. So that'll be fun.
Hooray.
Take
but
it
we'll
easy.
figure out
Don't stress yourself too much there, Beskar. Don't get caught in 30-degree weather here. He's roofing in 30-degree weather, but he's listening to us, which is great. If he stops talking, we know he fell off the roof.
Yeah. I will not complain ever again. That sounds horrible.
Well, Beskar, I'll tell you, your Artificer comment was a huge boon.
Yeah.
And obviously your contributions are strong. So, Artificer, I think we're going to go through. I think there's it's a 98%
I think it makes
chance.
sense, yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
In fact, it was inspired by the Artificer, so hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then Species is the only thing I got to figure
We'll
out.
figure it out. Yeah. But we will.
Next
be
week
back.
we'll talk about it.
We'll
Think
be
about
back
what you
next
think.
week. Yep.
Put your comments below as to what character species
John,
you think I
don't
should play.
need to make a new verse for Drunken Sailor. There's 200 of them.
But there could be 201.
Yeah.
I think there is. It's
Let
actually- I
John
think
let
it's-
John be
I think
creative.
it's actually like 212.
This fucking guy's stifling.
If we get to episode 213,
Stifle the
then
hut
we can
over
start
here.
making new ones.
You mean when we get to episode
You're all going to be dead
213?
well before then.
Episode 213 is we're not even a full year of filming.
He thinks we're going to be the ones that die. He doesn't realize that it's going to be him.
Over and over again.
Yeah.
Whatever he puts
Remember,
our way.
we've got a backup DM now. We don't need.
You can find a crack in the level
Yeah,
one.
Nikolai.
Yeah, for sure.
Kraken level 1 would suck.
I can absolutely disappear from a Kraken at level 1.
Yeah, I already determined that move was going to happen or could happen on the chart, so
That's
I've
right.
gone already.
Yeah, already done. All right. We'll probably wrap it up there. But thank you so much for hanging out. It was super helpful, and it's always good to hear.
Yeah, you guys literally
your
created
thoughts.
a character with me tonight by musing me into creating the game, which
Absolutely, which was the goal for
is
tonight.
lost. So
That's
going to happen forever. now.
Austin's gonna strangle you.
Oh, that's the best part. Yeah, then he loses the game.
And we'll, I think by next week, maybe the week after, we're going to have all of our Hero Forge minis designed.
We should have those by next week.
I won't unless I figure out what species
Sure.
I'm playing.
You better.
I got to figure out the species.
2 weeks from now, you better have
Oh,
it
2
ready.
weeks from now, for sure. Yeah, no, 100%.
And we will show those off when they are ready. Obviously,
Absolutely.
we'll post stuff to Discord as
Yeah,
well, but
yeah, yeah.
we'll
we can get them up on the screen.
we're gonna bring you guys along for the ride. So thank you so much for hanging out and watching.
Beskar, cannonball head first off the roof just to spite Tommy. Don't do that. Who the hell's gonna come in and try to kill the Keymaster?
Bad idea, yeah. Cool, yeah, and so we'll nominally next week we'll be live around 6:37 something, but the actual series when it starts we'll aim for probably 7. We'll figure that out as we go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've done it. Hoo-ah!
Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
See you next